Hey you guys, it's me, Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and we're going to be going over the spring equinox of what are some rituals or spells and altars, that you can do during your spring equinox ritual. Some things that you might want to adapt into your thing. Not a lot of people really know what to do in the spring equinox or even what the hell is the spring equinox anyways. So we're going to go over that in this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And again, my name is Juliet. If you're new here, I am the Scorpion Goddess. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I'm a witch. I am a Western tropical astrologer, and I'm also a Reiki practitioner. So I hope you guys stay tuned to see what you can do for the spring equinox coming up, or any, spring equinox down the line. Hey guys, I'm Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and we're going to go over some things that you can do during the spring equinox any time of the year. So it typically happens on March 20th or March 21st, and it is a celebration of bringing in the new year. So if you feel like, once you hit January 1st and, it's a brand new year and you feel like, my goals, my New Year goals and New Year's resolutions aren't really being hit, you may identify more with the astrological calendar when springtime hits, because that's when you'll see, in the wintertime during January, everything's dead. The trees have no leaves. There's nothing happening. Everything is solitude. It's dark out because it's a time for quiet and inner work, inner peace. But when we hit springtime, that's when you see the flowers start blooming, the leaves start coming back on the trees, life is happening. So some things you can do to celebrate on the spring equinox is, so I have a couple of things here, and I bought a couple of things from the Dollar Tree because I'm cheap and I don't see the point in spending a lot of money or even spending money at all, but sometimes I like to get a couple of things. So a big thing for the spring equinox I always like to do is clear out the house. I will take my time. It doesn't even always have to be in one day. You can go over time. But what I like to do is, do the actual spring cleaning. Like, get rid of old clothes, donate them, see if somebody in my neighborhood or like a Goodwill or something like that, donate, get rid of things, throw out trash. Just get rid of that clutter that just is taking up space. And open the windows, okay? Open the windows, smudge your home. You could burn incense, Palo Santo, sage, any of that stuff, or bay leaves. But a really great ritual is during the spring equinox, open your windows, and you can either stand, if you want to, you can stand outside. And you can write down, I'm releasing all of these things. I'm letting go of all these things because I'm ready to call in something new. And what you can do is you can get cinnamon, okay? Cinnamon sticks. I have only a few left. And you can grab a cinnamon stick. If you want to burn it, you can as you enter into the house. Or you can do it in the house. You can go in one room and, be in one room and release all that stuff that you don't want. Smudge it out. Get your cinnamon stick and walk through your front doorway or your bedroom door, your bathroom door, wherever you're doing this, and call in new money, new energy, calmness, refreshingness, peace, harmony. This year, I'm going to make X, Y, and Z goals. And, when you do it, embody the feeling. The feeling is the most important part of when you're manifesting and calling in something new, is you want to embody the emotion and the feeling behind that, because it's one thing to say it and think it, and it's another to imagine and feel it. And when you get to that place, that's how that law of attraction works, because you're feeling it. You're like, I feel this way, and these things come attracting to you during that spring equinox new year. So cinnamon is really great to burn because it brings in abundance, it brings in money, it brings in good luck. So that's why cinnamon's a great tool to use. You can also use bay leaves too. Pretty much the same thing if you don't have cinnamon sticks. And like I said, with this stuff, it's cheap. You can go to the corner store, the bodega down the street, the supermarket, whatever. Get some cinnamon sticks. Another great ritual. So what you can do is, if you live by a body of water, I live on the East Coast. I'm literally right next to the ocean. So what I like salt water over fresh water. You can use either, it doesn't matter. And you can collect in, if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can get one of these for now $1.25. And no, I'm not sponsored by them, but you can get one of these for just $1.25. Okay? Or you can use a glass at home, whatever, mason jar, use whatever you want. And you can bottle up fresh water or salt water. I prefer salt water. And the benefits with salt water is because the salt's already in there, it has that protection potency that comes in it. So like on, not during a spring equinox, but me and my husband during one of our anniversaries, this is some water that we gathered up from the ocean and we've kept it ever since. And so you could do something like that during the spring equinox. And burning a green candle, this is kind of mint, but, or you can choose any color you want. But for me personally, I like to do a green candle because I want to bring in abundance. I want to bring in luck. I want to bring in new money. I want to bring in a fresh new energy. And I want to bring in that heart chakra to open it up, to be open and receptive to any and all forms of love that are meant for me. So green candles are great for that stuff. And all of these things you can put on your altar. So how I was talking about with cleaning out the space, cleaning out your altar is going to be a really great thing, and very important thing to do too as well during the spring equinox. So clean off your altar, tend to it. If you have water that you've put out for your angels, your ancestors, freshen that up, and even use, like I said, some new water. On the spring equinox, I'm going to fill this thing up with water from a beach by my house. So you guys can do the same, pond, whatever. Or you don't have to do that. You can literally just pour water from your faucet too. It's about the intentions that you put into it. So if you don't have all these things, it's fine. Now, another thing that I like to do that I did with my kids a couple of years ago and my husband, and I've kept it ever since, is I got a mason jar and we all decided to write down things that we wanted, okay? And on the inside, this was during the fall equinox. You can do it for both. We filled it up with leaves and pine cones because it was during the fall equinox. You can do the same thing for the spring equinox. You can put in dirt and you can get seeds as like a symbol of planting a seed. You're planting the seed that you want to grow and tend to for the year. And you can put it in this thing and you can write down what you're calling in and manifesting and tape it on, or you can put it inside the jar. It's great to do stuff like that and put it on your altar. And then when you go to your altar every day or however often you do, you can see, I'm calling this in. I'm attracting this in. I have received this. I have gotten this. So whatever that is, that would be great to do too. Another really good thing you can do during the spring equinox, after you clean up your altar, is things that symbolize the springtime, is fertility, because you're creating something new, you're birthing something. So eggshells would be great. So you can get eggshells and grind them up. You can turn them into a powder, put those on your altar, because that symbolizes new birthing energy, creativity, fertility. And you can use that for other spells that you'd like to do. You can even put it in one of these, Another thing is you can have pictures or drawings, or if some of you have like a rabbit's foot, you could do something in that realm as well, because bunnies and rabbits are about fertility and power and intuition. So working with those elements too for your spring altar would be great. And fresh plants. So you could buy flowers, or you could go to the store and get pots or a couple of pots of plants, or even one plant. And that also brings in the grounding, the earthing energy, and the renewal and the refreshness and all of that with the plants. And one other thing, this is the last one. You don't have to do all of these. These are just some ideas of what you can do during the spring equinox to celebrate the newness. You can go and buy some seeds, and you can plant, if you have the opportunity to plant something in your yard outside, or even getting a pot. and set the intention in the soil. You can even use the ground up eggs because those are really good for soil. Plants love eggshells. So what you can do is use the eggshells in the soil, plant a seed, and put the intention of what it is that you're calling in during the spring equinox, and tend to it, care for it, and watch it grow. And you will be so surprised of what you're putting into this plant. You're gonna see, oh my God, these things that I put into this plant are now happening in my life too. So spring equinox is a very powerful, magical time. So I hope you guys learned some things. Please comment down below what is something you like to do. You know, maybe we can share and bounce ideas or rituals off of each other that you may want to adapt into your own spring equinox ritual. And I'll catch you guys next time.